Hi everyone. Today's class is yoga or stretching for runners. So if you've already gone for a run and you're nice and warm, we can get started. If your muscles are cold, I would recommend doing a 10-minute warm-up before you get into this. So if you're nice and warm, let's get started. The first thing I love to do when I come back for a run is a downward facing dog, especially pedaling my feet, so lifting one heel up at a time and really pressing down on the grounded heel. So you're really feeling that in your left side calf. And then switch. Keep actively pressing your right heel towards your mat. Do that a couple more times at your own pace. Be mindful that you're still sending your tailbone to the sky. You're actively pushing away from the mat with your hands. After a run, that always feels so good. And then step your left foot to the center. Raise your right leg up to the sky. And bend your knees so your hips are stacked. So your right hip is stacked over your left. Really opening up that hip. And then start to draw circles with your knee. So we're going to do 3 big circles going forward. And then once you're done, right foot meets your left. Then send your left leg up to the sky. Bend that knee back. Really stacking your hips. But keep your shoulders square to the front of your mat. And then draw 3 big circles with your knee. Nice and slow. Then send that left leg back up. And then left foot meets your right. Now come up onto your toes and just bend your knees. And then just hover like 1 or 2 inches from your mat. And then lift up, send your hips up, tailbone up. Do a couple more like that. I can hear my knees cracking. And that's the last one. And then we'll come onto a seated position on the floor. So again, you're already warm. So this should feel good. We're going to lean all the way back. And you're going to take your left foot, flex it, and place it on top of your right thigh. Just hold here for a few breaths. Both hips we're not tilting, we're not lifting, so we're equally grounded, equally weighted. You might want to place your left hand on your left thigh just to open it up a little bit. Again, keep your left foot flexed to protect your knee. And then take a deep breath in and raise your right leg up to the sky. And then thread your left hand through the circle for your figure 4 stretch. So actively pulling your right thigh towards you. If you need a little bit more, you can put light pressure on your left thigh to really open up and feel that in your left hip and glute. So again, feet are active, they're flexed. Your arms drawing your lower body towards your top body. Few more breaths here. And And slowly release. Move your hips from side to side, give them a little shake. And then we bend our right knee and place our right foot on top of our left thigh. Again, just opening up. Your right foot's flexed. You're nice and grounded in your hips. And then on your next inhale, raise your left leg up for your figure four on your right leg. So now's a good time to take note on what side needs a little more love. I'm less flexible on my right side. Again, if you need a little more, gently push your right thigh away from you as you draw your left leg closer in. A few more breaths here. And slowly release. Now we're going to come up to a seated position, so you can rock back and forth, come up to a seated. And we're going to take the same theory that we just did, only we're going to bring it to a seated position. So start by taking your left foot and placing it on top of your right leg. Again, foot flexed. If that's too much for you, you can start with your right leg away from you and then gradually come closer in the more you need to feel the stretch. So with your hands behind you, straight arms, open chest, we're just going to rock to the left, tapping our left knee to the floor, and then come back up to seated. And keep doing this at your own pace. You might want to lean back a little more, or you might want to bring your right foot closer in. Just make your own little adjustments so you're getting the maximum benefit from the stretch. So do a couple more like that. Just tapping the top of your leg onto the floor and then bringing it back up. And last one. So we're going to release our top leg, give it a quick little stretch, and then we're going to place our right foot on top of our left leg. I'm going to move over just to give myself some more room. And again, just make the adjustments you need. That feels good. And lean over to the right, tapping the top of your right leg onto the floor, and then coming back up. So a nice booty massage on the right glute. Do about 6 of these, so just go at your own pace. Again, make the adjustments that are right for you. If you want to keep bringing your left foot closer to you every time, you're going to feel it a little deeper. Again, that top foot is always flexed. I think that was 6. We'll do one more, just in case. And release. So shake your legs out, and then we're going to take the inside of our left foot, place it on the inside of our right thigh. Raise your arms up to the sky, and then fold forward. So holding on with your hands, you can grab onto your toes, your foot, your ankle, your calf. You're going to feel this in your right side hamstring and on your left glute and your left hip. If you have the flexibility, go ahead, close the gap between your stomach and your thigh, maybe forehead to knee. Close your eyes if that feels good. And then remind all of your muscles just to relax and release. So no tension in the shoulders, release, creating space between your ear and your shoulder on both sides. A few more breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly come up. Send that left leg forward. Shake it out, and we're going to switch sides. So right foot to the inner thigh. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, wherever you are, just be patient with yourself. Don't force anything. You've already completed the hardest part of this class, which is actually showing up and getting on your mat, making time for yourself, and to actually stretch after running. There's so many people who don't do that. So you're going to feel this in your left hamstring, your right glute, your right hip, possibly your lower back. Again, create a nice big gap between your ears and your shoulders. Just remind your body to relax. Close your eyes if you need to. We're only here for a few more breaths. Your next inhale, push yourself up, come back up to seated. Send your both legs in front, give them a quick shake. And then we're going to come into our high plank. So nice strong high plank with your shoulders over your wrists. Keep pushing away from the mat. Nice curve in your spine. We're going to take our left leg. We're going to place it on the outside of our left hand for a lizard pose. So start with your arms straight, pushing away from your mat. Just sway from side to side. This is quite a deep stretch, so be gentle. Again, if you need to widen your stance, you can take your foot heel toe to the outside of your mat, if that feels good. Again, you'll notice I like to sway a lot in my stretching. Feel that it helps to open up. And then when you're comfortable, just try and find stillness and hold. And when you find your stillness and you're holding, try to ask your muscles to release. So you're almost surrendering into the pose. Keep breathing through it. And if you're comfortable here, maybe come onto your forearms. Again, your back leg is straight. You're on the ball of your toe, ball of your foot. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Send your left leg back to meet your right. Take that nice strong high plank again. And then take your right foot. Place it on the outside of your right hand. Again, you're pushing away from your mat. Nice strong arms. And then sink your hips down. And then try to relax your muscles. Again, sway from side to side, forward and backward. And when you're ready, just hold. Just letting gravity draw your hips lower to your mat. And then if you went onto your forearms on your left side, try it again on your right. Close your eyes if you have to, or not if you have to, if it feels good, close your eyes. We're here for 5. Oh, I got the shakes already in my left leg. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release, send your right leg back. Come into your high plank, and let's take a quick child's pose. So take your knees as wide as your mat, sit your bum onto your heels, and then reach forward. You could place your forehead onto your mat and really press your forearms into the mat, feeling that in your lats, your shoulders. Okay. Your next inhale, come up. We're going to start with our lunges. So low lunge is one of my favorites. There was a love-hate with low lunge, and in my classes I'm always trying to I'm trying to distract my students to stay longer. So talk a lot in this position. So your hips are square, the top of your foot is flat behind you, knee over ankle, and then we do arm circles, nice and slow. So this time we're going back. We're going to do 5. So that's 1, 2, can you sink a little bit deeper? 3, 4, and 5. And you can place your left fingertips next to you. Inhale your right arm up and then over. Feeling that stretch from your right hip all the way to your armpit. And then release. So right hand fingertips next to you. Inhale, reach your left arm straight up. Sink your hips a little bit deeper. And then bring your left arm over and across. And then release. We're going to lean forward. We're going to take our half split. So if it's comfortable to come up onto your toe, go ahead and do so. If you have the flexibility, go ahead and flex your front foot. It's okay if you stay like this, but you're going to feel it a whole lot more if you flex your foot. And then allow your top body to just be like a weight onto your left leg. As you surrender into this pose, Feeling a deep stretch on your left hamstrings. No tension in the neck or shoulders. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Now come back into your low lunge. We're going to reach our left arm forward, and we're going to reach around and grab the top of our right foot. Just close the gap between your heel and your glutes. If you like, you can use 2 hands. Give yourself a little foot massage while you're here to distract yourself. And we're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Then we're going to straighten our back leg. We're going to take our left arm up to the sky for a twist. And then release, and we're going to switch sides. So we've got our right leg forward for low lunge. So again, just check your alignment. Nice square hips, sinking down towards the mat. This time we're going to do arm circles going forwards. So nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. Can you sink a little deeper? 4, and 5. Place your right fingertips next to you. Left arm goes up and over. Nice side body stretch on your left. Release. Right arm up and over. Release. And then send your hips back. And again, if it feels good to come up on your toe, maybe for balance or to protect your knee, go ahead and do so. If you can, flex your foot. And lower your top body towards your mat. Feeling a deep right leg hamstring stretch. Close your eyes if it feels good to do so. Just let it all go. Release any tension in your muscles. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. And this time we're going to reach our right arm forward, bend that back left leg, and then grab onto the top of our left foot. Keep actively drawing, using the strength of your right arm to draw that left heel closer to your glute. You're going to feel this very intensely on your left quad. Again, you can massage your foot to distract yourself. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release all the way back down. Just shake it out a little bit. Let's take a little down dog to stretch it out. We're going to send our left leg up to the sky. We're going to bend our legs, stacking our hips. Again, opening up our hips. And then draw that left knee in and place that right knee behind right wrist for pigeon pose. So set yourself up for pigeon. Square hips. Your front foot, if you can, take it to 90. Wonderful. I'm at about 40 degrees. And then lower your top body over your front leg and place your forehead on the mat. And close your eyes. Start scanning your body from your fingertips up your arms to your upper back, your neck, all the way down your spine to your hips, to your glutes, to your quads, hamstrings, knees, your calves, your ankles, and finally your toes. Releasing all the tension. Just feel like you're melting into the earth. So again, if you're clenching the muscles in your left leg, try to release them. For me, it normally takes about 30 seconds to a minute to actually release the muscles and then really sink into this posture. It actually takes a lot of a lot of work to keep telling your muscles, relax, relax. Again, this is a mind over body posture because it's challenging. Our mind keeps saying, no, we can't, we can't. But our bodies are capable. So mind over matter. Embrace the pigeon. Take a few more breaths here. Your next inhale, lift your head off the mat. Start pushing your upper body up with the strength of your hands. And then tuck your left toe. And then send that right leg up to the sky. Oh, stretching it out. And then right foot meets the left. You can pedal out your feet. And then when you're ready, left leg goes up to the sky. Stack the hips on top of each other. Putting that bend in your knee. And then bring that knee up to your chest. And then place your left knee behind your left wrist for pigeon on your left side. Again, this is not new. We've just done it on the right side, so set yourself up. And then when you're ready, lower down. Eventually placing your forehead onto your mat, fully surrendering into this posture. Start focusing on your breath. Close your eyes. Just watch your breath. Imagine it entering your body, filling up your lungs, your belly, and then exiting through your nose. You can imagine your breath as a white light, a beautiful white light that just automatically enters and exits your body, bringing you new energy with each breath. Again, tell your muscles to let go, to release as you melt into your mat. A few more breaths here. Again, take inventory of your body. Is your left side tighter than your right? And on your next inhale, slowly lift your head up off your mat and push your upper body up. Tuck that back right leg and then send your left leg up to the sky. Oh, and then pedal your legs out. Then we're going to come to a seat in the middle of your mat. We're going to take our legs wide out in front of us. Our toes and our kneecaps pointing up to the ceiling. Again, just feel around. Open a little bit more. And then we're going to start to lower our top body down. So if you can come onto your forearms, great. If you're here on your hands, that's fine. We're going to start to walk our hands over to our left, which will be your right. So if you take your right hand on the outside of your left heel or your left calf and just draw your top body over your leg. Be mindful that your both hips or your sitting bones are still on the mat. They tend to lift. I know mine do. And then start to walk your hands to the center. I'm going to hang out here for a minute. Not literally a minute. Or we could. And start to walk your hands over to your left foot, taking your right hand on the outside of your left ankle or your calf, and then drawing your upper body down towards your leg. Again, be mindful that your feet are flexed and pointing up to the ceiling, that we're not rolling in. Keeping nice and strong. And then walk your hands back to center. If you're on your palms, can you lower down onto your elbows? If you were already on your elbows, can you lower your forehead down? If you can lower your forehead down, try your stomach and your chest. Just breathe here for a few more breaths. Your next inhale, use the strength of your arms to push your top body up. We're going to come into Malasana, or what we call a yoga squat. So actually, let's start standing with our feet pointed outwards, a little bit wider than our hips. Inhale, raise your arms up, palms touch at the top, and then draw your palms to heart center as you squat down. Your feet should be completely flat. And just sink your hips down. Keep your back nice and straight. And then use the strength of your elbows to keep pushing your legs apart. Again, you'll notice I'm swaying back and forth, just opening up, and we can hold. So again, you're not hunched over. You're nice and long in your back. You're actively pushing your legs open. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Come into butterfly. So have your feet pressed together. And then hold on to the tops of your feet with your hands. You can clasp your fingers together. And just pulse a little bit here. And then hold. Lean forward and open your legs with your elbows. Keep actively leaning forward as you keep opening up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release back up. Close your legs for our final stretch. You're going to take a nice forward fold. So sit bones nice and firm on your mat, legs straight out in front. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, grabbing onto your toes, your ankles, your calf muscles. And just using the strength of your arms to close the gap between your chest and your thighs. And take 10 breaths here. Again, close your eyes if that feels good. You can have a slight bend in your knees. With every exhalation, can you lower your top body a little closer to your lower body? You're placing your head in between your knees. Relaxing your shoulders and your neck. And on your next inhalation, slowly come to seated. And that concludes our runner stretch for today. Thank you for joining, and I hope you join again and we practice together soon.